Hey guys, Sig Monster here, and today I'm going to be telling you guys my 2023 Oscar predictions for December. This is my first video of Oscar predictions, so let's get on with it. First, Best Picture. Number 1, Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's been getting a lot of nominations in other places like the Golden Globes and other places like that. And this movie just has everything for it to win. It's gonna get a ton of nominations. It's gonna win supporting actor, screenplay, maybe director, editing's possible, actress is possible, but none of the other movies are gonna win as many Oscars as this. Everything Everywhere is gonna be a Best Picture winner. Now in second place, we have Steven Spielberg's The Fabelmans. This probably isn't going to win since it only really can win Best Director. Everything Everywhere All at Once doesn't really have competition. The Fabelmans, it's possible, but it really is only gonna possibly win Director. Next we have The Banshees of Inisherin, which has been growing a lot. It's not impossible that The Banshees of Inisherin can win Best Picture. It can win Screenplay. It can win Best Actor, and it's just been doing super well in all of the awards. Next, we have Top Gun Maverick, which has just been doing really, really well in all of the other awards, and it's not impossible that it can win, but probably won't. In the fifth slot, we have Avatar: The Way of Water, which has also been doing really well. It got Best Picture and Director Golden Globes, which is a good sign. And gonna win visual effects, and it's a great movie. Then the sixth slot we have Tar, which hasn't missed anything. Cate Blanchett is probably deservingly gonna win Best Actress. It's gonna be a screenplay and director nommed. And yeah, next we have Elvis, which has been rising a lot, and originally people weren't really gonna think it was gonna be nominated for Best Picture, just an actor thing and a few texts, but it's in there now. Can't say I fully agree with that, but it's in there. No way it's gonna win though. In the eighth spot we have Women Talking, which has not been doing very well, sadly. I haven't seen it, by the way, but Jessie Buckley and Claire Foy haven't been getting in as much. Ben Whishaw just being destroyed, and the Golden Globes, it only got screenplay and score, but it's probably going to win adapted screenplay, so let's still have faith that this can get in Best Picture, and it probably will. Okay, now in the ninth slot we have Babylon. It's going to get a lot of text, and it can win a few. The level of craft is just really admirable. Damien Chazelle, all-star cast. Probably won't be nominated for the big ones like screenplay and director, but this can still very likely get Best Picture. So the 10th slot is pretty tricky. There are a few that can get in: Glass Onion, The Woman King, She Said, Pinocchio, but I still have faith in The Whale, because I just look at it this way, okay? The Whale's gonna get Best Actor nomination, probably a win. Makeup, possibly a win. Supporting actress is possible, and then an adapted screenplay nomination, which is really, really important, because look at the other ones. The Woman King, it's not going to get any of the big ones. Glass Onion, I mean, yeah, it's going to get a screenplay nomination, but is that movie really going to be nominated for Best Picture? I don't see it. She Said, if I were to vote, I would put this in the top 10 over Elvis, but probably not going to happen, with very likely only a screenplay nomination. So,
I'm Karim, and we're going to be going over the Best Picture Awards, in my opinion, for the Oscars. At number 1, we're going to be going with Morbius, because we all know it's going to win Best Director. And, well, it just goes together, 1 and 1. So, Morbius, it was like all on a boat, and then it's like a bat, and he flies over the city. Black Adam was like no the number one best movie of all time. We all know that. It's probably it's up against Morbius, so I don't really think it's gonna win. But it's gonna come close. Number 3 with the Minions. This movie, it just came with all, and I mean all of the heat, man. Everyone was going to the movie theater in suits to watch The Rise of Gru. But coming at number 4, we're gonna go with the best animated movie of all time. The Bob's Burger movie. We all saw how voluptuous and how big the burgers were. They were just off the charts, if you know what I mean. Number 5, Death on the Nile. Death on the Nile is probably gonna win Best Picture. The picture was just chef's kiss.
Okay, now Best Director. Steven Spielberg and The Fabelmans. I mean, it's really between him and the Daniels, but I still have a little bit of faith in The Fabelmans because I feel like it's gonna get the Power of the Dog package, gets a lot of noms, and then it only wins Best Director. And I would probably vote for him because he just poured his heart and soul into the movie. He's just playing out memories and nostalgia on the big screen. It's admirable. He directed it very well, and it's a great movie. You know, the Daniels, they could very likely win if Everything Everywhere All at Once does that good, but usually the Oscars don't give a movie 2 wins, like 2 wins for screenplay and director. That hasn't happened since Parasite, and it's very rare that it happens. And I feel like they're going to try to spread the love a little bit and give The Fabelmans, Steven Spielberg's Heart and Soul movie, at least 1 win, in this case director. Now, 3rd place, we have Todd Field in Tar. He directed this movie so well. It has to be nominated with the screenplay nom, Best Picture nom too. Then we have Martin McDonagh for The Banshees of Inisherin. I never fully bought that he was going to be a director nomination. Like, I love the movie, but I really only thought of it as a good screenplay thing. Like, they're really going to nominate that for director? I mean, well directed, but top 5 best direction of the year. Wouldn't say that, but he's been getting in everywhere. The movie is super high, so it's going to go in with the package. Next, Sarah Polley for Women Talking. Like I said before, Women Talking has been dying, but there's still some faith in Sarah Polley, and especially with the female best director wins for the past few years and equality and stuff like that, I feel like they would very well nominate a woman. And I've heard she directed the movie very well, and let's just have faith in that. Okay, now it's Best Actress, and I think Cate Blanchett is number 1. She is so good in that movie. I would 100% vote for her. And then we have Michelle Yeoh for Everything Everywhere All at Once. When I watched the movie, Oscar wasn't really going in my head when I watched it. I mean, sure, a nomination, but like a win. She has the narrative. We know that, but are people really gonna vote for that to win Best Actress? Like, Cate Blanchett is, I think she's gonna win. Then in 3rd place, we have Danielle Deadwyler until she missed the Golden Globe, which was big. And, I mean, people are saying she has an Oscar-worthy performance, and I feel like a good amount of people will vote for her, but I don't think she'll get more votes than at least the top 2. People are putting Michelle Williams over Danielle Deadwyler. I don't really buy that because, I mean, would you really vote for that over Danielle Deadwyler until, like, and Michelle Williams is good, but, I mean, they really put that in lead. I'm so sad about that. Okay, 5th slot, we have Margot Robbie in Babylon. She was really good in that. She just pours so many different emotions in it. And is Viola Davis really going to be nominated in the Women King? I would be pretty mad if that happens because, I mean, not the greatest movie, and Margot Robbie deserves a nom. Okay, next we have the Best Actor race, which has been getting tricky. Because there's really 3 contenders to win. And that's Brendan Fraser in The Whale, Colin Farrell in The Banshees of Inisherin, and Austin Butler in Elvis. Really, all 3 of them have a chance of winning. Elvis has been rising. The Banshees of Inisherin has been doing really good. The Whale is dying. But I still have faith that Brendan Fraser can win. He would deserve to win. That would be my vote. And I still think it's going to get nominated for Best Picture, along with screenplay and makeup, possibly winning. And he has a narrative, definitely a better narrative than any of the others. So, second slot, I have Colin Farrell in The Banshees of Inisherin. He's really good in it. He's been getting nominated everywhere, but it's not really a transformation. He has some emotional scenes, but it's definitely more subtle. And then third place, we have Austin Butler and Elvis. It's a really close race. We'll have to see later on, but yeah. Fourth place is Bill Nighy in Living. I haven't seen this yet. I don't know how many people have seen it, but he's definitely going to get nominated. And because it's adapted from Ikiru, which is a really critically acclaimed movie from the 50s. And the guy in that one who played the main character was really good. And I feel like they would want to just give this movie some love. And I think Bill Nighy's going to be really good in it. Fifth slot is hard. It's really between Tom Cruise in Top Gun Maverick and Hugh Jackman, the son. Is Tom Cruise really one of the top 5 best leading actors of the year in Top Gun Maverick? He's good, but why would you nominate that? I feel like Hugh Jackman, the son, is I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard he's super good in it. And just Top Gun Maverick's, it's not an acting movie, you know? I'm still gonna put Hugh Jackman in the son, because I don't really feel like the Academy's gonna vote for Tom Cruise, you know?
Best actor for the Oscars. For number 1 is Jared Leto. Jared Leto, not Gerard Leto, from Morbius. His acting is just impeccable. He is definitely gonna win the Best Actor award. Dwayne Johnson with those big juicy arms at number 2 for Black Adam. And number 3 we have Tom Holland in Uncharted. In Uncharted, it was just an incredible movie. Tom Holland was incredible. His experience from Spider-Man just went over to Uncharted. But for number 4, we have Ryan Reynolds in Spirited. The plot was ass. Everything was ass about this movie except for Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds is the hottest man alive. And at number 5, we have Harry Styles for Don't Worry, Darling. Don't Worry, Darling was one of the best movies, and Harry Styles is pretty well known, and he definitely deserves an Oscar. At number 6, as an honorable mention, is Karim Silva for the Shake Shack food review. It was just the best. I think this was definitely going to win the Oscars.
Now we have the most screwed up category, Best Supporting Actress. This category is so crazy. Who the hell is going to get nominated? There's 11 contenders to be nominated in this, but I'm not 100% sure on anything in this category. But number 1, I have Carrie Condon, The Banshees of Inisherin, because she's the one that has been getting nominated everywhere, and she's really good in it. But she's definitely the most likely nomination. She's the only one who's actually secure and getting nominated, and everyone else, it's possible to get snubbed. So second place, I guess, Jessie Buckley in Women Talking, because it was really, at one point it was between Jessie Buckley and Claire Foy in Women Talking, but that movie's died, and people are starting to single out Jessie Buckley over Claire Foy. So I guess it's happening, and they should at least do one actress nomination for Women Talking. Then third place, Jamie Lee Curtis in Everything Everywhere All at Once. I don't know how the hell she started getting nominated, but I guess it's happening. And under her, we have Stephanie Sue, Everything Everywhere. she's likely gonna get nominated. And then Hong Chow and The Whale, I still have confidence in her. I feel like she's gonna get nominated rather than the others, and she would deserve a nomination. Okay, now we have Best Supporting Actor. Like, the top two are immovable. Ke Huy Quan, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and then Brendan Gleeson, The Banshees of Inisherin. Out of the top two, it's kind of unsure. Right now, I have number 3, Paul Dano in The Fabelmans, who might have been my favorite performance in that movie. I really think he deserves a nomination, especially now from that career. And then 4, it took me a long time to finally put this in my top 5. Barry Keoghan in The Banshees of Inisherin. He's been getting nominated everywhere, along with the movie doing super well. So the 5th slot might be the hardest, but right now I have Brad Pitt in Babylon. It might be Judd Hirsch, but I feel like they're only gonna go with one, Fableman's Boy. Now we have Best Adapted Screenplay, and I feel like outside Women Talking, nothing can win over that. But even though the movie's been kind of dying in the awards, it's still probably gonna win this Oscar. Then 2nd place, She Said. 3rd place, Glass Onion. 4th, The Whale. 5th is kind of hard. It can go a lot of ways, but I have Living There because I really think they are going to want to honor this adaptation from Aikiru. So, Best Original Screenplay, I'm saying Everything Everywhere All at Once is going to win. It's just definitely the most original screenplay of the year. And since this movie's probably going to win Best Picture, it's going to win Screenplay. Then The Banshees of Inisherin. That can honestly win, but I still think Everything Everywhere is going to win over that. Then 3rd place, we have The Fabelmans. It's possible that can win, but like I still have more faith in the top 2, which, yeah. Then 4th place, we have Tar. Amazing screenplay, and it's just going to get in there. And then 5th place, it's kind of in between Triangle and Babylon, but I think Triangle of Sadness is going to win. It got a few at the Golden Globes, and that would honestly that would be a good nomination. They need to honor Triangle of Sadness with some nomination, and I think Screenplay is their best bet. So I'm really going to be rooting for that to be nominated, and I would be really happy if it does. Okay, Best Cinematography. It's really in between Avatar: The Way of Water and Babylon, but I'm going to say it's going to be Avatar: The Way of Water, because we've seen some correlation between Best Visual Effects winners that get nominated for Best Picture winning cinematography, like last year Dune, and then 2009 the original Avatar won cinematography, so we can have faith in that. And then 2nd place, Babylon. Babylon can very well win cinematography, but it's still a race between that and Avatar: The Way of Water. Then 3rd place, I feel like besides the top 2, nothing's really strong, but I'm going to say 3rd place, Top Gun Maverick, because that's been getting in a lot of cinematography awards. And 4th place, The Fabelmans. I admit they had a good style for that. Cinematography was good, pretty subtle, but it would be deserving. And it's a Spielberg movie, so it's probably going to get in. Then 5th slot, there's a few movies that could get in, but as we've seen in many years, they usually have one nom for international feature. And I'm going to be saying it's All Quiet on the Western Front to be nominated for Best Cinematography. We know that in the Oscar shortlist, that got a ton of nominations, so yeah. My personal pick would be Bardo to be nominated for Best Cinematography. I really like that movie, and it should get more noms. Okay, Best Costume Design. We're pretty confident that Black Panther Wakanda Forever is going to win this, because, I mean, we know the first one won, and costumes are amazing. Like, you can't deny that. I feel like anything under this probably won't win. But noms under this, I have Elvis, Babylon, The Woman King, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Okay, Best Editing. It's really in between Top Gun Maverick and Everything Everywhere All at Once. But I think they're going to give it to Top Gun Maverick, because usually they tend to, like, evenly distribute the wins. And, like, we know that Everything Everywhere All at Once is going to win a lot of the big categories, so Top Gun Maverick probably going to win editing. and then Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's possible. It's still kind of a race between those two, but probably Top Gun. Third place, we have Babylon. I mean, we know that that movie was edited crazily, and usually the Oscars for editing, they tend to go with the fastly edited movies like Babylon. Then fourth place, Elvis. Also a lot of fast cuts. Fifth place, I'm going to say The Fablemans, because they usually go for one movie that's not as showy. So, The Fablemans. Best makeup and hairstyling. The winner for this category is pretty tricky. So, I'm going to say The Whale is winning best makeup, along with the probable best actor win, because there's some correlation now, like we saw last year. Tammy Faye won makeup and actress. But it's not 100% certain The Whale's going to win. Then I have The Batman, then Elvis, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, then Babylon. Best production design, it's in between Babylon and Avatar The Way of Water. But I'm going to go with Babylon because, like, it's actual sets. There's a ton built. And, yeah. Then Avatar The Way of Water. Then Elvis, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, and The Fablemans. Best score, Babylon's probably going to win. That score is really good. Gets stuck in your head. And then Women Talking, it's possible to win, but, I mean, over Babylon. Then Black Panther Wakanda Forever, which actually has a really good score. Pinocchio, I mean, we know that this plot, even with animated features, has still been nominated, like Isle of Dogs, Fantastic Mr. Fox, and he won for the Grand Budapest Hotel, so we're pretty confident on that. Then The Banshees of Inisherin, I personally wouldn't nominate that for original score, but it's been getting in, so I guess it's happening. Okay, best sound, Top Gun Maverick is gonna win. What else do I say? Then Avatar The Way of Water, probably not gonna win over Top Gun Maverick. And then All Quiet on the Western Front, I mean, a lot of shooting, and that's the international feature that gets shortlisted, and we'll get in a few categories. And then Babylon, then Elvis. Best visual effects, Avatar The Way of Water has already won. And then Black Panther, Top Gun Maverick, The Batman. And then I'm going to say Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, because, I mean, last year we know they did 2 Marvel movies, and, I mean, what else were they going to nominate? Because, like, Everything Everywhere All at Once was snubbed from the shortlist, so let's go with Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. Best animated feature, Pinocchio's gonna win. Like, what else can you say? And then nothing else really has a chance at winning. Turning Red, Puss in Boots, Father's Dragon, Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. I feel like if Marcel the Shell gets nominated, then it can start rising more, but a nomination, I feel like for me, it isn't 100% certain. Also, I haven't seen it yet. Best international feature, it's really in between All Quiet on the Western Front and Decision to Leave. But since All Quiet is doing very well and it got nominated in a lot of shortlists, that's why I have that over Decision to Leave. Because, yeah, more noms, it's important. Then Close. Then I have Bardo, which I really like that movie. I think it should be nominated. Cause I still have faith in it. Then Argentina, 1985. Fifth slot can go to a lot of things, but I'm going to say Argentina, 1985. Okay, so that was my Oscar predictions for 2023 December. So comment down below your thoughts, and nominations are coming soon, and also have a good Christmas. Mo Green.
Thank you. Of course I won the Oscar. Everyone knew I was gonna get it. Everyone. I swear. I was an honorable mention, but of course I was gonna win this. Everyone knows that the Shake Shack food review is just the best video of all time. The best movie of all time, for that sake. Well, thank you for your support, and thank you for following me.